How to form an LLC in Pennsylvania. When starting a new company, choosing a business entity is one of the most important decisions that you make. For most businesses with more than one founding member, forming an LLC is often the best option. Before we begin, let's quickly define what an LLC is. An LLC stands for Limited Liability Company and is an uncomplicated business structure that gives business owners legal protection by separating personal assets from business debts. However, creating an LLC can get complicated depending on where you're based, as the process differs from state to state. To avoid any missteps, follow along as we show you how to form an LLC in Pennsylvania. The first step in forming an LLC is to select a name. Pennsylvania has two naming guidelines. 1. Your LLC's name must contain one of the following phrases or abbreviations: Limited Liability Company, Limited, or Limited Liability Company. 2. Your LLC's name must be distinguishable from the names of existing businesses on file with the Department of State. After selecting a name for your LLC, you can reserve it with the Pennsylvania Department of State. To do this, first, you should make sure your chosen business name is available in Pennsylvania by performing a business search. 2. If the name is available, file a name reservation form online or by mail to reserve the name for up to 120 days. Note that reserving a name has a fee. Check the description below for more details. Step 2. Designate a registered agent. Like most U.S. states, forming an LLC in Pennsylvania requires appointing a registered agent service. A registered agent is an individual or a company that acts as your official point of contact in the state to receive legal documents, service of process, and other official communications from the state. It is their job to forward these documents and communications to your LLC in a timely manner. A registered agent also helps save time mailing documents and keeps your address and other personal information private. Your registered agent must meet the following requirements. 1. Must be a state resident with a street address in Pennsylvania. 2. Have a business office in Pennsylvania if located out of state. Check out the description below for recommended registered agent services that can guide you through this entire process. Step 3. File Certificate of Organization and New Entity Docketing Statement. An LLC is officially formed in Pennsylvania by filing a Certificate of Organization and New Entity Docketing Statement with the Department of State. The Certificate of Organization must provide the following details: LLC's name, registered agent name and address, the effective date of the Certificate of Organization, whether the LLC provides professional services, whether the LLC is a public benefit company, LLC organizers' names and signatures. Unlike other states, the Department of State also requires an LLC to submit a new entity docketing statement with a Certificate of Organization. The statement must include the following details: LLC's name and address of the individual that will file the LLC's initial tax reports, LLC business description, federal employer identification number, the date ending the LLC's fiscal year. You can file either of these online or by mail. Note that there is a fee. Check the description below for more details. Next is to create an operating agreement. An operating agreement does the following: describes your business structure, establishes the individual responsibilities and obligations of your LLC members, details how the LLC will be run. Although Pennsylvania doesn't require one, an operating agreement clarifies the specific duties of its members, which may help your LLC avoid significant legal and operational difficulties. Step 5. Get an EIN. Before your company is ready to start doing business, you must obtain an IRS Employer Identification Number, EIN, by applying on the IRS website. The 9-digit EIN is like a social security number for a business and is necessary for things like paying income tax, filing tax returns, opening a business bank account. You can apply for an EIN on the IRS website. Finally, make sure to complete all additional legal requirements. File an annual report. LLCs in Pennsylvania must file an annual report with the Department of State Corporation Bureau each year by April 15. The annual report can be filed online or by postal mail. File taxes. Pennsylvania LLCs that have employees or collect sales tax on retail goods must register with the Department of Revenue to meet certain state tax obligations. Acquire additional licenses. Some LLCs in Pennsylvania may be required to obtain one or more state or locally issued business licenses depending on their type of business. The Pennsylvania Business One-Stop Shop website can help determine which state and local licenses your LLC may need. So, to sum it up, how to form an LLC in Pennsylvania. 1. Select a name. 2. Designate a registered agent. 3. File Certificate of Organization and New Entity Docketing Statement. 4. Create an operating agreement. 5. Obtain an employer identification number. 6. Fulfill your legal obligations, particularly relating to annual reports, registering with the Department of Revenue, and applying for any additional licenses you may need. By following these steps, you can form an LLC in Pennsylvania. All the websites mentioned earlier are located in the description below and a link to a guide. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos answering your questions to all things LLC.